I'm GalvinRx, and I'm finally going to be doing the review for Omega Strike. So, the game is Omega Strike. It's a 2D platform shooter / dungeon explorer from Wobblyware. The basic layout of the game is you get to play as 3 characters with unique abilities and weapons, and you can switch between them as you go throughout the game and as demand changes for them. Your 3 characters are Sarge, Bear, and Dex. Sarge has a machine gun and can roll around. Is his special ability. He can also latch onto things. Then you have Baldy, or Bear. He has a bald head. I don't really remember his name that well. He's my favorite though because he looks like the Pringles man in Mr. Clean had like an illegitimate love child, and also he has like a grenade launcher that shoots like exploding tennis balls, and that's like his standard weapon, so that makes him kind of cool. And then so he gets to bounce those things around. And then finally we have Dex, and I think the only reason he's even in the game is because of his double jump. He's supposed to be like the ninja character. He has a double jump and a shotgun, and that's pretty much it. But like mainly I've used him only for the double jump. His shotgun is trash because of the range, really. But he does come in clutch, especially for the bosses. Like that's when you need a double jump to jump over their attacks. Yeah, you want him. And now the whole premise of the game is that Dr. Omega, who looks like the Pringles man's evil brother, by the way, he creates a serum that turns soldiers into super soldiers. Captain America ripoff. That turns them into zombies and basically puts them under control. And then you work for this professor. So he's your boss, Professor Oak. It's not Professor Oak. Einhorn. He gathers the 3 homies all together, and you get to defeat the other Dr. Omega, aka Evil Pringles Man. So now let's get to the good first. The good part of the game. Players can upgrade their weapons. You can increase damage and range, which is cool. Makes either killing enemies easier. You also get to kill bosses faster, obviously, which makes it better. It does give you sort of a small open world style the entire game, because you actually get to go back and explore previous sections of the levels, unlike the Mario games. Like you compare this game kind of to Mario, but you get to go left when you're usually stuck only going right. And it's pretty cool because it has a lot of like secret little entrances, and you get to have secret little treasures and items and stuff like that. And that kind of gives you an open world feel. The game also has an RPG aspect of it because you can upgrade characters. So that's pretty much the RPG aspect of it. You get to upgrade their weapons and the range, and you get to buy food and items to teleport back to town. That's pretty much it. It's still cool though, because then when you're stuck somewhere, you could just transport back to one part. But everything costs money, and then you got to grind to get the money. Another cool feature is that any obstacle that you might have in the game, like if the jump is too high or if there's like a boulder that seems breakable but your character can't break it, you can switch characters on the fly and instantly overcome the obstacle. So you can switch to Dex for the double jump, or you can switch to Sarge to destroy, Sarge to destroy small rocks or roll into crevices or something like that. And the graphics, I know they're like pixelated, but they're actually really good, and they're really soft on the eye. It's not really like, it's not straining. It's not like when you're playing those old games, like going back to playing Nintendo 64. Jesus, the migraines. Oh, terrible, terrible. Now, the best part of the games, in my opinion, is definitely the bosses. When you finally get to a boss, they all have their patterns, and they change as the life bar goes down. So it gives you a nice little challenge as you fight them. And I was always so happy when I finally got to a boss, because I was done pretty much walking aimlessly through the level. It was such a relief. Now the bad. The game can go from challenging to annoying fast. For me, the levels got repetitive and boring, and you're just constantly going one way, get lost, go to the other. They have a map, but it's not that good. Like, I was lost constantly throughout the level, and I was constantly looking at the map, and I still had to keep grinding through the character. It just started to get too long. And then on top of that, I forgot what I was going to do during the level, because you can clear an entire level, beat the boss there, and then have no idea where you're supposed to go next or what's the next thing is. There's no list of objectives of where to go, what to do next, or what to collect, really. So if you put the game down for like a day or two, when you come back to it, if you didn't write what the hell you were doing, you'd be lost. I don't know. They didn't have an objective list when I was checking, and I don't know. I think they maybe should have an NPC you could talk to, maybe tell you, nudge you in the right direction. I was fucking lost. The game makes you do a lot of grinding. After you upgrade your weapons, I think once or twice, you run out of money. You can't buy food or other items to heal or to transport back, so you're constantly grinding to get those, and they come in real handy when you fight a boss, so you can just heal, because fighting the boss, dying, and then fighting him again and over until you can finally get the pattern gets so repetitive. It makes you want to rage quit. Oh! Yeah, so that was it. I just thought it was boring. Just got pointless. Overall, the game was good though and fun. It just wasn't for me. I'm not really a 2D platformer kind of guy. I prefer platformers or games that I can play with other people. I like multiplayer games more than anything. I think it probably would have been a little bit better as maybe a mobile game instead of on the PC. I think maybe there would have been a little bit better because it's a simple game. Wobblyware does have multiple games out right now, and a lot is actually on their on the mobile market. So you can download their games if you want to check their other stuff out. That I hear is pretty good. So without my bias reviewing this game, I'd give it probably overall a B, and I recommend it to really anyone who like playing the old school 2 platformer Mario or the Mega Man series, because it's kind of similar to that, and it has its own little twist and flavor to it.